And the best news of all is no one called a 10-minute timeout. We're away. And everyone gets away relatively cleanly. Better start by the 2 truck of Dubois, but Gandino keeps leading to go around in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, they seem to be going. So there's a problem for the 5. So the first 4 go off in order. And obviously, this is where we now just really start concentrating on the front of the grid. The rest is a filler later on if it gets to and up the inside. There's a bit of battle straight away between 4 and 3. And Keatley in the 3s having a right old scrap with Alexander Boulin, allowing the 2 French guys to get ahead at the lead. So that's cleared itself up again. A mistake. Let's look at it up front, first and second now, Ash. That's it. We're with it anyway. So you're way ahead of me, as I should really look at the screen rather than think what to do. And in goes Gandino from Dubois. So Dubois is taking the lead at the end of the first lap. Mainly because Gandino just slightly fell off the track. And here they come. Whoa! Fly through the air. Then we got one truck and the background's gone off, and that's upside down, but the 2 leaders have got through fine. Keatley's now got a gap in 3rd and has gapped 4th place Boulin. But it's 1 and 2, the MRCP French flag truck 2 of Benjamin Dubois leading, with the 1 truck of Giudicio Gandino in 2nd, the pinky thing, and then behind him, these are both MRDs, and behind him it's the lousy truck of Jack Keatley. And he's trying to bridge the gap, but the front 2 now breaking away. We're with the middle truck, and it's certainly that time round. Yeah, it was a little bit of a gain really for Benjamin Dubois. The other 2 are pretty much even. Keatley not having a good back corner. So it is an all-internecine French battle, and Gandino looked to go up the inside there. Dubois got a massive kind of tail-out happy corner there through the infield curve, but it's fine so far. They fly over the interior double-double. And first major error of the race, and it's seen Gandino fall over, but Keatley was nowhere near enough to take advantage of it. So now we see Dubois way ahead. So let's pick up the 2nd place man and see what he can do. But Keatley doesn't seem to have any response for their power at the moment, and so Gandino now has to start putting down some major speed to try and get himself moving forward. So the lead that last time round was already 5 seconds after an error. I think the off cameraman's gone over the top of putting earplugs in, to be honest. We have a cameraman here from Austrian national television. He's got full-on earplugs, like he's going to the A1 ring.
Safety first.
Yes. So Keatley, is he gaining in 3rd? That time round, Gandino did a 41.5 against a 41.4, 41.3 for the lead. So yes, he is gaining. But the problem is they've all made mistakes and they've spread right out. So at the moment, not a lot of action is happening in this. But of course, it's half an hour. We're only 3.5 minutes in, and anything can happen, as Stingray would say, in the next half hour.
Anything could happen.
Now, visually, Keatley is getting closer to Gandino. Let's see how that's borne out. Let's drop back 1 car to Keatley in the white truck. So that time round, 41.5 for Dubois, a 40.9 for Gandino, and Keatley 41.6. Nope, so it's a completely erroneous image there. He actually dropped 7/10, but it does mean that Gandino is slightly gaining on Dubois, but if you gain at half a second, it's a long time to make up for a 5-second mistake. Behind them is Alexander Boulin in 4th, Orhan Tekin in 5th, and Nedset Yaman in 6th. So Dubois seemed to have made a little mistake that time round. Now getting a little bit closer again, as Keatley doesn't really do the playground section that well. They kind of work themselves in. The track, they've all raced before, but it was about 4 hours ago, and it's now hotter, it's drier. There's a huge amount more pressure and tension on a final than there is on a semi-final. But it is looking pretty good for Dubois, who seems to be effortlessly pulling away. That time round, he gained a 2nd on both Gandino and Keatley. So let's go with our leader, car 2, just coming underneath you now. Ash, red, white and blue. Big MRCP written on the side of it. Don't know who MRCP are, but perhaps we'll find out. They fly through the air with the greatest of ease. So just 5 minutes down, 25 to go. And we've seen some attrition in these races, so you can never tell what's going to happen. There's always a good chance that something unexpected. The man who we expected to absolutely dominate this event and was a lap faster than anybody broke down in the semi-final whilst leading by half a lap, and therefore is not taking part. And you can't win a race you're not in. That's something I know for a fact. As another good lap from Benjamin Dubois. They've all got themselves spaced out. Let's pick up the bright orange truck just going around underneath you now. That's the 8 truck of Enrique da Costa, Jean-Claude Enrique da Costa Enrique. He was in a battle with the 6 truck of Uwe Neumann, nowhere near the front, but they're the only ones actually competing on the same bit of tarmac at the moment. And they both fly over and sweep down, going to go on the tabletop now. And fall off, battling for 7th. Come into the paved section and the hairpin, now firing in underneath the bridge into the King Cobra hairpin. Very circumspect, trying to go a bit wide so they get a decent run into the double-double. And it's a slap land and right over the top, jumped over the top, then couldn't get the turn. So the 6 car of Neumann there got very briefly ahead of da Costa Enrique in the orange car. So the black car is Uwe Neumann. Then Dubois leads 2.6 seconds. And it's 7 seconds then back to Keatley. Oh, that's unfortunate. As they come together. And now he's got a massive kind of slappy power slidey thing. Now what is happening, I'll tell you right now, and it's quite interesting, this one breaks down. Let's pick up our leader again, coming into the paved section, the red, white and blue car, because suddenly 1 and 2 came back together again. Dubois has been caught up over the last 2 or 3 laps by Gandino, and he's now right behind him, so he's found a bit of pace after dropping off. So Gandino in the 1 truck, the multiple colour, rainbow colour truck, is trying to chase down the red, white and blue machine of Dubois. Still just a bit of a gap as they come down the Samba step up, or step down, or step around. And over the F for a start finish, as the biggest hornet in the world is about to kill me. Where's this wiper? We are in major hornet situation here. Just leave him there. So commentary is prevented mainly at the moment by a massive hornet in the so the lead is very. So they're very, very close for the lead now. Gandino right behind him. They come underneath. Oh, if they've touched and they've gone round and come back again. And the leaders changed. Gandino got through past Dubois there in a really weird situation where I'm not quite sure whether he was touched or had an oversteer. And then Dubois picked up a massive tank up and not able to double the RC Models double, and he's lost a huge amount of time there. They both were slowing each other up. And then something went, I don't quite know what. And is that truck got a problem? The 2 truck now is overtaken by the 9 truck that he was lapping in Damian Petrov. I'm just wondering now, is Keatley will stay on the 2 because Keatley's now coming up. Yes, he's lost a tyre. The rear right tyre, Ash, is off the rim. It's the rear right tyre, tight on 2. Rear right has come off the 2 truck. So that early lead for Dubois has gone horribly wrong, and now he can't. Keatley was into second. Dubois is in the wrong piece of track. That's a retirement about to happen. Now, was it knocked off or did it fall off? But he's coming to the pit lane. Now, have we got the replay of when the actual overtake took place, Matt?
Yes, we have, and we'll play it now.
Let's see it.
Just see him retiring there into the pit lane.
He can get a new tyre, but
what a shame.
The rear right's gone. They are going to give him a new tyre, so he'll get back out again. He will obviously not be very high up. No, they don't want him in the pit lane. It doesn't really matter. It's not an active pit lane in these things. And they back out again with a Titan thing. Well, they have to do it there, and then with 2 seconds, and they back out again. So, Candido and Keatley, let's have a look at what happened here. Now, what was cause and what was effect? Has the tyre already gone? They come into the F return. Gandhia's been gaining. Yeah, he's already gone. There, it's tucked under there. He's lost it. Gandia thought he needed to wait. And already you can see the white rims. The tyre kind of fell off and he lost some time. And now we can end the story because we can see the car rejoining. And off he goes. And let's now pick up our leader, which is car number 1 of Jisu Gandel. And he's now going over the, about to go over the double-double. And he leads. Jack Keatley is second. Orhan Tekin now in third. Nedet Yaman is fourth. Dubois is fifth. Boulian is sixth. Da Costa, Henriques and Uwe Neumann are still arguing with each other. Just they're now arguing over 6th rather than 7th because they've obviously moved up a place. So let's run with that orange truck again, going over the double now. As they are battling their way over the tabletop in what can only be described as an interesting situation for them both. So it's the 8 car, and these are the 2 cars that are closer than track. Jean-Claude Da Costa Henrique and Uwe Neumann. Da Costa Henrique's body shell was flipping up in the breeze at the start of this one down the straight. It is, he's got an air brake on his body shell there, but we're looking at slightly behind him. Gandino, oh, and that's all gone horribly wrong as well, because he's fallen over, and now he's just left as kind of like an abandoned old chicken. Do you abandon your chickens very often?
I thought he was more like a beetle on his back, scrabbling around.
That's significantly better simile. Well done. Do you want to do this? It's very hot.
I'm good, thanks.
Okay. So that means that was getting quite close, and now it's not. So Gandira leads from Keatley. Can we find car 7 in third place, which is Orhan Tekin? Not quite sure what his colour scheme. Here we go. This is the grey silver car about to go onto the. That's it. Onto the, because he's actually only just ahead of Next Yaman for third, and in fact he's about to lose third place if Yaman hadn't made a mistake there. So this grey truck is that of third place Orhan Tekin from Turkey, and behind him is Nedset Yaman in the 5, though he's made a mistake and now dropped way off. It's always fun, isn't it, when you build something up and then literally on the lap you find it dies again. So Nedset actually has been marked as missing after losing 5 seconds on that lap. Oh dear, that's not the corner. That's like a corner like half an hour earlier. So car 2's back out again. We've lost a car. We've lost the leader. We lost the leader on the side there by the position. Ash, the leader's out. The lead. No, down. Running into the pits. There we go. That is our leader, which means Keatley now will take the lead. Jisu Gandel has also broken down. Just pulled from the side there. What's happened to this car? I said we might get some sort of attrition, but the leader's no longer leading. Just see what's happening on that one. See if we get a bit of a finish. So he's back out again? Is that a different car? He's back. No, it's 5. So he's gone. Okay, we need to pick up Keatley in the 3 underneath you now. So the leader and second place have both retired. There's the door mysteriously shut on us there, with just about halfway to go. So now Jack Keatley of the UK is leading. Can you go up the door again, please, Matt? Sorry.
Yes, John.
Thanks, Barry. Otherwise, no one gets any engine noise and we get no air. The good news is this means a little bit of breeze, which means it's blowing the dust out. So Keatley now is leading, and he's leading by 26 seconds. So if we can just keep the thing on the island, we could have our second short course champion in a row after last year's win. And the last year's winner in the first ever European Championship was Matthew Perry. So the British currently have a 100% record of winning this one. Matthew Perry, not that Matthew Perry. And now Jack Keatley leading, because we've lost the 1 car and we lost the 2 car, both of them whilst in the lead. I don't think Jisu Gandel has come back out again, so he just died on the main straight. And Keatley now picks up and runs with the lead, with a long lead from Orhan Tekin in second, who also has a big lead from Alexander Boulin in third. So Nedset Yaman's also had a problem and dropped out. So suddenly we're having this kind of level of attrition we didn't have earlier. So with half the race gone, Cars 1 and Cars 2 have dropped out of contention. The Car 2 is still running. He's back up into... Believe it or not, despite having to change his tyre, Benjamin Dubois is in 4th. And has every chance, I would say, of ending up 3rd. Or even 2nd, actually. He's 7 seconds off. Let's find the French colours truck, the number 2, going into the cobbled section. This is a comeback story now, isn't it, Matt? Because he's found himself. Tyre came off. He's replaced a wheel. He's gone out again. He's down in 4th. But he is only something in the region of 7 seconds behind Alexander Boulin in 3rd and going 2.5 to 3 seconds lap faster. So the guy he's after now is the 4 car, the 4 truck. That doesn't help, though, when you're trying to drive 2 trucks at once. And he moves that across.
Slightly more weight added to him there.
Yeah, he's now got a 26 kilogram truck. And that kind of ruined his lap. So even by doing that, he's still got a 43-second lap. Even with the kind of like, let's pressurise him. He leads, Orhan second. This is the Dubois comeback. He is, at the moment, still 7 seconds off Alexander Boulin in the 4. But Boulin, I can see, is going to be... Oh, coming round again. So, Boulin, obviously hoping that the other 3 tyres are glued on better than the rear left was. So the rear left. No, it's the rear right, wasn't it, fell off? And he comes around that time round. So Boulin in 3rd did a 44.6. Dubois did a 43.1, so 1.5 seconds gain there. And then his attempt, he's still got 13 minutes. So he should get there. Well, his truck will be in one piece when he gets there. Be interesting. Keatley's still leading. The car looking okay. And realistically, he deserves to win. He's got the mud flaps on the car.
Yes.
And so having mud flaps basically means you should win the European Championship, in my opinion. Orhan Tekin in 2nd is the best part of a lap behind. Hence the reason that Dubois, who had to stop after one very slow lap and change a wheel, is now in with a chance of a podium. Because effectively the top 4 in this class were way faster than everyone else, and 2 of the others dropped out. So Dubois, that time round, gained another 1.9 seconds. Sorry, he didn't gain another 1 point, complete fear, but he actually gained 0.2 of a second. Gained 1.9 seconds on 2nd place, though. So they are beginning to condense up a bit. As the 2 truck. Just move forward to the 4 truck. Oh, that was lucky. The 4 truck, 1 and 4. It's the gold. It's a silver and the orange one. This is your 3rd place man at the moment. The Losi truck of Alexander Boulin of France. Quite kit spec, and it's outwardly looking. It's got the kind of still got the roll cage, and it's got the kind of a floppy, weird way those trucks look over the rear end with their rear fenders. That time round for Boulin, 43.1, 42.7 for Dubois, who's lost a little bit of pace actually. Going to have to pick the pace up a bit if he's going to catch up and get 3rd place. Keatley's still leading everyone, don't worry about that. 12 minutes to go. This is the one battle that may be on the track, and also, of course, Orhan Tekin. I don't know how far ahead he is. He's got 15 seconds on Boulin, so Orhan, who doesn't have a problem, should manage it. Oh dear. The chase for Dubois has come to a bit of a stop. He ended up with his roof. So it's really the 4 car with this very softly sprung look that a lot of the Losis have, where they're kind of lurching from left to right as they sit in this very soft suspension. Obviously works, it's the one leading. They look very different from the MCDs, which handle much more like their big 4-wheel drive Brethren, thank you. Brethren and Brethren. The only plus point about Jack Keatley, if he does win this, is I'm pretty certain he can speak English. I was a little bit concerned about the chance some of the other people I was going to have to interview.
Well, I just think you should
learn more languages. Yeah. I think you're right. A bit later than 40 at 53.
Never too late.
I wish I had. I wish I'd realised how important languages were when I was younger, rather than thinking, no.
Still working on English though, aren't you?
In many, many ways, yeah. Okay, so this is now gapped out again. Let's have a look at Keatley for a second. Car 3 is coming into the paved section hairpin now. And I want you to notice that the key thing about Jack Keatley is there are mud flaps. It might have a Union flag on the side, it might be a grey silver, but he has mud flaps on the back of the car. And that is what short course should be. And if I was the man writing the short course regulations, point 1 must have mud flaps. Proper mud flaps, floppy mud flaps, not the ones that you see on some of the cars, which are kind of like little plasticky stiff things about 3mm long. No, a nice flappy mud flap, exactly as Jack Keatley is showing us here. They actually are now. We under power, actually just run along the ground, almost sort of shaving the ground a little bit.
I can't see them voting you in, to be honest.
Well, there's a lot of things they don't vote me in for, if I'm really honest.
Oh dear.
The thing is, it's not a major issue because he has got a lead of just shy of a lap. Last time round, he was 3 seconds off being ahead by a lap. Obviously, he lost some in that one, so that's dropped it both. So it's in the car 7 is now second. So it's a good performance by Orhan Tekin to get to second. It's about to be lapped by Keatley in a couple of laps' time. Boulin is right. They're really close together again. Right now, Ash, I need you to pick up car 4. He's just going the double now. Silver and orange. He always made a mistake because now we have Benjamin Dubois after that replacement wheel. They're right together in the battle for third place. There's 10 minutes. Oh well, wasn't much of a battle, was it? I'll just come at the inside. Thank you very much. I'm through. So Dubois hands over the position, and Alexander Boulin, the man who had to change his wheel halfway through the race, is up into third. But he is 21 seconds behind Orhan Tekin for second, and well, far too far. It's a lap and 21 seconds behind Keatley. So if Keatley keeps going, which is quite a big if in this event, it appears, this man here, Benjamin Dubois, who led early on to his tyre fell off, won't get to the win. He could still, in sort of a miracle mile, get to second, but that's going to be difficult. And Gandino's gone back out again, so everyone's gone back out again. So most of the trucks are going round. Oh, 4 trucks got an issue, but got going again. So let's look at the 7 truck for a second. It's the gold. So the gold. It's the black and the grey truck doing the double right now, and just coming over the bridge. It looks like car number 4 we had a problem for 4. It looks like Jean-Claude Henrique has retired. I think there was a slight problem for Alexander Boulin on that one as well, but he's got going. I think it's just really marshalling. I think he's not late. This is the second place, Orhan Tekin. 8 minutes to go. So I think he'd be pretty chuffed if he gets to be running up at the end of all this.
We're now into the territory where nobody has raced for this long before at this event, aren't we?
It's true, actually. No longer than 20 minutes has anyone run. And now these last 10 minutes are a voyage into the unknown. They're more of a fuel voyage into the unknown than a tyre voyage.
I'm thinking with this heat, is fuel going to be a concern? Are they going to be thinking about fuel?
In fairness, it seems to be only the 4-wheel drive cars that run out of fuel. Not the short course. The short course cars, I think, have got a bigger tank, actually, as standard. And the 4-wheel drive cars are the ones that tend to run it right on the edge and potentially run out of fuel. These cars that don't remember running out of fuel in Nîmes Valley, we did have some cars running out in Nîmes Valley in 4-wheel drive, including Valentin Pouziat, amongst others, who's not here this time. So the 7 car, who have we lost? Yeah, Alexander Boulin we have lost. The 4 car. Gandel's missing again. Oh no! Keatley! There's Keatley down the corner. He's just stopped there. And now, he's got himself going again. He's stalled on the... Blimey, no one wants to win this. He's stalled on the King Cobra corner, but remarkably, because I never normally see that. Mostly you see a marshal frantically trying to start the car for about half an hour before they give the universal sign of it's over with the slit throat. But it got going again. So just a little bit of problem with the clutch. And that's going to cost him... That cost about 7 seconds. The only problem is Auckland had a terrible lap as well. And that cost him 7 seconds. And Dubois now is only 15 seconds behind the 7 in third place. So this is one of those races which is certainly, effectively, though it seems done, I really wouldn't look away for the next 6 minutes, because goodness only knows what's going to happen. I'll be shouting at Ash to move the camera again somewhere.
We should lead with the location.
That would help, but that would infer that I'm not excited about what's going on, but I'm logically thinking about it. You forget, I'm involved with this race. I want to, show my enthusiasm to the world. It's a great fit of air there by Keatley. So he's gone past the point where he stalled before. No idea why these things would stall, because they've got, centrifugal clutch. It should keep going. I'm not quite sure where he's got pickup. I think he might have a little bit of a pickup problem from the slowest corners. So what you do then is you make sure you take a very, very wide line and don't have any dangerous stopping. Now, behind him is Benjamin Dubois, who is a lap and 2 seconds behind him after his tyre change. and trying to gain on Tekken, but Tekken still has a reasonable lead in second place. And when he's running at the same speed. So as they go across the line now, Keatley has a lead of 3/4 of a lap, well actually 2/3 of a lap now on Tekken. Tekken has a lead of 15 seconds on Dubois, and if Keatley's got any sense, he'll let Dubois through, and he has got a lot of sense, and he lets Dubois through. So Dubois, and now playing the long game, all Keatley needs to do is not lose a lap in the next 4.5 minutes. And obviously if he keeps running, that's fine, but that appears to be quite a big if now, the keep him running bit. Let's have a look at our... where's our second place man? There he is. He says, they've got themselves... It's amazing how far Dubois has pulled ahead already of Keatley. I think that Keatley is definitely running quite slowly. Let's have a look at the... let's go and look at Dubois in the 2 car. Because he seems to have picked up a bit of pace. We have 4 official retirements now. Boulan, Da Costa Enrique, Gandino and Yaman. Emma House is in 6th. Damian Petrov's in 5th. Uwe Newman now in 4th. And Dubois we're looking at is in 3rd. And just did a 40.4. And has backed that up with a 41.2. Keatley's doing 43s, as is Tekken. So if Tekken makes a mistake, there's an outside chance that Dubois here could pick him up. But in real terms, in 3 minutes and 40 seconds, if they're driving sensibly and driving for home, it's not going to happen. I'll give you an idea. So we'll stay with Dubois. Now is when Tekken has started to go over the bridge. So if you can count in your head, as long as it has taken so far for Dubois to do both these, turn around, and then it's a now... Oh, it's stalled again! Keatley stalled again on the same corner. We've got Keatley stalled again on the same corner. Will it start? Will it start? No, he's gone. Another leader has gone. Oh, no. So we've lost Keatley as well. Coming back now around, so that means that Orhan Tekken in car 7, about to go around the same area as well. He is now in the lead with 2 minutes 50 seconds to go. So it's the Turkish driver Orhan Tekken with the MCD, who in this unbelievable race of attrition where the 3 leaders have all broken down, who is leading the race, and he's leading the race by... Oh, I need to wait for it to cross a lap. He takes the lead from Keatley. Keatley will probably only, with 3 minutes to go, drop to about 5th. But that's just what happened. He just couldn't. He got some issue there, keeping the car running in the full half hour. And this is your leader. Dubois will cross the line in a second. He seems to have dropped off a little bit off the lead. Dubois is 10 seconds behind, and he has 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So without a mistake, he's not going to make it. So what you don't need is people pulling people in front of yourself. So he has made one small mistake, but that's got himself going, so that's fine. So Orhan Tekken, as Keatley now becomes the 5th car to pull out, he's got 1 minute 48 to go. Where is Dubois? Dubois is catching up. That time round it was 45 to 42. Dubois caught up 3 seconds and is 7 behind. A lot of that was a mistake. We're still with Tekken. Tekken goes round the corner now. And I'll tell you when Dubois goes round it. He goes round it now. Tekken, if he doesn't make a mistake, if he should be fine. He's got this lap and 1 or 2 more. He's going as slowly as is legally possible, I think, around that bit there. And just 5 trucks running at the moment. And they are the trucks that will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There he goes. He's going to get 2 more laps. There's 2 more laps. And that time around, he lost another 2 seconds to Dubois. So with 2 laps to go, Dubois, if he can keep the car on the island, we'll actually be able to see him for the last lap. And this is after a replacement tyre. .41 to go. Dubois getting closer and closer and closer. You'll see in the background. If you go wide, Ash, we might be able to see them a little bit. There we are. There's going so slowly. He's catching up. There's a problem, a definite problem for Tekken. He's got a drive issue. Dubois in the red, white, and blue truck is catching. He's going to have one more lap to do it. Just, I think they will get one more lap. He goes past. So it's Dubois. Let's follow the blue truck in second place, Ash. It's red, white, and blue truck in second place. Let's follow him. See if he can catch up. This is your second place man. He's going round the main straight. He gained another 3 seconds that time. He's 3 seconds behind. The problem that Tekken has is getting over the double-double on the infield. If Dubois can keep himself going, you'll see as he streaks down there. There's the leader on the other corner. They're coming around. This is the final lap of the half hour. This man has had a stop to replace a tyre. He can see him in his view mirror. Can he get round him as he comes around the King Cobra? Now at this point, he's not done so well. This is where he's been struggling. He's gone! He's gone! Let's move to our leader, Tekken, and the 7 car. So that's now our leader. He's got 3 corners to go. Dubois nearly got there. He nearly got there, but in the end, it is Orhan Tekken who becomes the European champion in short course in a quite remarkable, strange, interesting, weird, and totally unrepeatable event.
Wow.
Well, that was quite... well, that's not... yes, that was different. Whew. Okay, I'm going to go and try and walk down to the... I have no idea if Orhan speaks English. My guess is he may do. But let's get a little bit of... see what's going down. So, all the pictures for Orhan. The pictures are being taken. He's waving. I think it's one of the guys we spoke to actually on the pit walk. I think Orhan. Let's see if we can. Where are they going to come down? That's the question. Where do they come down from? As the cars roll in. Here is the cheers for Orhan and the rest of the drivers. Second place.
So hopefully they're round the back of the pitting of the...
There he goes.
And hopefully Nick's going to be able to bring him round the front so we can see him.
Let's just bring Orhan out to the front so we can see him. There's some water and everything else. Let's take this, and here we are. Orhan, fantastic. Many congratulations. Did you ever think you could win that race?
I don't know.
Did Orhan ever think he could win that race from 7th place?
Yes, in Turkey he is also champion, our champion. This is the first attempt, the EFRA, in European Championship, and he win. We are very happy. Yeah.
It was an amazing race. The 3 people in front all broke down. Were you worried you might break down?
He drive some not fast because he want to save his car for the finish the final.
That's because
Relax, champion.
Because to finish first you must finish. Orhan, congratulations, fantastic. Orhan Turkan, our new short course European champion.
Well, there we have it. What a nail-biting finale last couple of laps. It's one of those races that just kind of creeps up on you. Moments where he looks particularly quiet, and then you lose the person out front, and then it goes quiet again, and then it tightens up, and then it goes quiet again. And then just on that final lap, those moments there where it thought they could possibly, after 30 minutes of racing on this immense track here in Ferring, be a change for the lead.